Hey friends, welcome back. I didn't really want to edit this video like my usual ones just because there's some raw moments and it feels better not making it aesthetically pleasing, but just honest and real. In the start of the video, my partner Nick and I worked through the aftermath of having a tense and emotional situation. Later, I talk about my blood work results and my plan to regulate my PCOS, and we do a little mukbang ting. Much love, KB. Okay.
Checking in after that fact shows like a lot of strength, and I know that's like hard to do when you're upset in the moment. Are you feeling a little bit better after like cleansing and like taking those deep breaths?
Yeah. We got into a little bit of a financial hardship, and it was a situation. It still is a situation, but we're handling it the best that we can, which is kind of like the theme of like our life for the past like year and a half.
Yeah.
But I think we used to handle things a little bit differently before. Like it kind of felt like the end of the world, whereas now it's just like life and what we have to deal with, and it's gonna be dealt with
Like as we can, because it's like, you know, there's no point of spiraling.
Yeah. So after that happened, we were like, okay, we haven't eaten in a while, so let's just go get ourselves something to eat. And we also did like a little bit of a grocery. So we went to our fave Asian market called Lot Market. And they have a little cafeteria on the inside. We both got food from Thai Super Bowl. Got, like this egg noodle bowl, and I love they give this like little sauce. It reminds me of my parents make something called bandania pepper, and it's just basically like cilantro, garlic, like a habanero pepper, some type of hot pepper, salt, lime, water, vinegar.
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty much what
it probably is. It tastes so good. I love it.
Yes.
What did you get?
I got the chicken and Chinese broccoli bowl, which like it doesn't look like, you know, there's like much seasoning or like sauces or anything like that. I do wish it came with that sweet sauce on the side because it's very good. But the
You have some mine.
Oh.
And then we got sugarcane juice. Yeah, so we got this sugarcane juice from the
pho spot.
Yeah, the pho spot next to it, and I think it's called Pho 54.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's fresh. I literally watched her do it, and it tastes so good. I don't know. I don't think she mixed it with anything. Like,
I don't think so
straight
either.
just sugarcane juice. And this reminds me so much of my childhood because my dad has a sugarcane bush in our backyard, and almost every single day I would ask him to like cut a piece for me. And like I wouldn't eat it like how you see them eating in like movies, but he would always like cut it up and like into tiny little pieces for me, so I could just be like, yeah. But yeah, so we're about to eat. Before, at the start of the video, we got home and we just had a conversation about, there was something that Nick did that upset me, and obviously I was upset, and I had to voice some feelings, and I don't know, I feel like I think it's good to voice it, but you got the point, you know? And it's like, at that point, I just need to allow you to do what you need to do. and I don't want to like stew in it, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just don't like, I think I used to be like, I have to stay mad so they know I'm mad. Like just with anybody, not just you, like with like just anyone in general. And I think cleansing, like lighting some incense really helps us kind of just get in the zone.
Headspace,
Yeah, the headspace of being like, okay, like we just talked about that. That's it. Like there's no need to continue it, harp on it. And I don't know, I think that's a cycle that I just broke by being like, okay, I'm done with it. I was upset. I took a second. We took our breaths. And then it's like, at the end of the day, we know we love each other. We just want, like, I just want a certain thing changed. And that will just need to be, like, worked towards.
Yeah. Because it's like, at the same time, too, it's like, I feel like when so much energy, because it's like this has also been like a reoccurring like situation that's like come up like a couple of times, like more so than it should have. But it's like when so much energy has been like poured into it, it's just like the aftermath was always just like, you're super mad, I'm super like just like feeling like guilty and upset, and then it's just like we're both just like the two opposite ends of that spectrum. And then it's just like, you used to always tell me like, take the energy that you're feeling like guilty and upset about it and just turn that into like being productive with it and like making the changes that I want to see. And it's like, you know, I just feel like now I'm at the point where it's like, you can talk to me about these things and like raise these issues, and like I'm like, all I know, it's like I know, okay, there's no point of just like sitting here and just like moping about. It's just like, just hear what she's saying, make sure you remember that, and then like just make that change in the future.
And like do it, we say like so much. It's also, I think when someone comes to you about an issue that they want solved, you also need to think about how you can solve it. Like, not how, you know, I could tell you what I think would be the best way to solve this. Like, this is what I want. This is how I think you could do it. You know, X, Y, and Z. But you only know yourself as much, you know? You know yourself better and what could possibly help you do better in the future. So I think when someone's coming to you about something, it's like, okay, I need to hear this, what this person is saying. I know it's hard because it's like your ego gets in it, but then also realize, okay, what am I going to do to ensure that this doesn't happen again for yourself? Because then it's also just a reoccurring thing that you have to go through, where it's like, I'm disappointed again. I'm upset about that. I'm sad. Like, you put yourself into this same feeling every single time. But yeah, I feel a lot better now, and I'm ready to eat. Yes. Anything else?
Did you want to talk about your blood work right now, or were you gonna do that in another?
I mean, I could.
Maybe you can make it like a mukbang, like as you eat and talk.
I guess, yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I'm hungry.
I was gonna say I wanted you to get to eat.
So I went to the doctor this morning to get my results back, and my testosterone was okay, but I do have like a high insulin count. Is that it?
Your insulin was a little bit high. Your TSH levels, which is like,
was slightly elevated. Slightly low.
Low.
Yeah. So those are the only two things, and those can also, oh, and it was like my cholesterol.
But it wasn't like, oh my god, we need to do something. It's like, you know what, maybe if you cut out like maybe.
Like, it wasn't, there wasn't substantial, like, she wasn't like, you need to do something right now. My provider also was like, these things do happen with PCOS. So I finally got that answer. So technically, right?
Mm-hmm. She said yes, you do technically have PCOS.
Now it's whether or not I want to take an antigen blood test, which my blood work last time was really bad. My veins are just really bad and my arm just feels really weak. And this is the only vein anyone could get. So I know they're gonna have to go back in the same vein that got punctured so many times last time. So I'm not really ready to do that right now. And she also told me that it's not like pertinent right now, just you know, within the next 6 months.
Yeah.
So that could have been something. Another thing that I could go do is an ultrasound and to see like why exactly I'm continuing to bleed right now. So, I don't know. I have a slight apprehensiveness to that right now. Those numbers, bro. I just talked about her today. Isn't that crazy?
That's kind of crazy.
I really only wanted all of this to just have someone be like, okay, you have PCOS. Like, these supplements are for people with PCOS. So I just wanted to be a person with PCOS. So like have the supplements and be like, okay. You know?
And then also have like a base level of like, this is where I was at before I started taking these supplements.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And my symptoms were at this point taking these before taking them. Here's where I'm at now.
That I am gonna look into more supplements and stuff and just try to. I think we eat relatively healthy. We don't really eat out anymore.
This is, when I tell y'all this is like the first time in like.
I'm looking the way we were like. Oh my
we have
gosh.
not really eaten out like that. We have like genuinely been eating at home.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I could definitely eat more veggies. I want to eat like a vegetarian day or two a week. My family used to do that growing up. We used to fast on certain days. So like it's not gonna be the death of me. I've done it before. And I really want to start off with inositol because I've just heard so many good things about it. Okay, the camera cut off. But yeah, we went over to a friend's house. Well, I went and hung out with him for the day and we were just talking and catching up, and he took me to a coffee shop and it was a Korean coffee shop. It was so cute. And they had black sesame lattes and I wanted one. I've been making my own black sesame lattes at home, but I didn't know they actually put coffee in it. And I haven't drank coffee in months. And I had this latte at like 5 p.m. I was like, I'm not gonna waste this. So I drank it. And I don't know. I think the caffeine just kind of stayed with me all night because we stayed over at his place till like 3 a.m. And when we got back, I took a quick shower and
that probably also did it too.
I thought it would like calm me down because the warmth. But I stayed kind of looking at the ceiling for like I would doze off and then Luna would come up on my lap and I would like pet. And then every now and then I would like look over at her bed and she'd be like she'd be like and I'd be like yeah, and she kept coming on me all night. It was so cute. But then it was like I literally started hearing birds chirping outside and I was like, all right, I might as well just like get up and act like I woke up early. 5 a.m. routine. And I did. I lit my dia. I did a little spiritual ting. I said some prayers. I did a tarot pull. And like thinking about the tarot pull now, I'm like hearing back from that job. Yeah, I wrote my journal a little bit and then I came out and edited my other video.
It was like crazy. I remember there was like something that happened that like woke me up like abruptly.
I like was standing on the bed to get the light or the fan because I was lighting my dia and I didn't want it to out. And I was like, I hope this don't wake him up. But I stood and like the way I stood over you, I was like, and I'm just gonna wake up.
Did you like almost fall or something? Because it
No.
almost felt like something.
No, I just like my foot just got on the bed,
Mm-hmm.
and you were like, What's happening?" And I was like, "It's okay.
Where am I?
It's okay. Just go back to bed. Go back to bed."
I was like, what are you doing up? It's just crazy because, like, when I was a kid, I could literally sleep through a hurricane.
When we first started getting together, you could too. And oh my god, we used to be so. This is how you can tell we've come so far, or I've come so far at least, with this part of the issue. I used to get pissed that you would go to bed. Like, if I was, like, upset about something, and it was, like, 3 a.m. and we were still, like, upset and, like, you know. You'd be like, I have to go to bed, I have work or, like, class or whatever. And I would be mad that you actually fell asleep.
You're like, so you're not going to be up all night?
Literally, because, like, I would stay up all night. So I'd literally be in bed, like...
Yeah.
While you're, like...
And that's not how I even look. I was probably like...
No.
No, I'm playing.
You were peaceful.
That was just me being unconscious. I was just...
And then also, like, if something happened in the night, like, if I had a bad dream or something, I'd be like, babe, I had a bad dream. And you'd be like, what? And you'd be like, did you put the Christmas lights on? And I'd be like... like...
I have no words. It was bad. Like, genuinely, there was a point where, like, one day I had, like, rolled off the bed at my grandmother's house, fell face first onto the tile, busted my whole, like, mouth, face, everything. I was, like, bleeding profusely, cried in my sleep. My mother found me, put me on the bathroom counter, cleaned my whole face, was cleaning the lip, the cut, everything. And I didn't wake up until she was, like, pretty much almost done.
I'm done.
Like, but I was crying the whole time. Like, I was like, like,
you would scare me. I'd be like...
No, that time, Dominic.
What type of possessed? That's it for today, folks.